new setup. I think this might be good. Perfect. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl, Olivia. Today, we're gonna be doing my top 5 books that I've read this year. Wait, in my top 6, I couldn't choose. I had to add one more in. I'm just gonna jump right into it. I think this is a bookish tag. I just saw it on someone's video and I wanted to do it. I think it was Reagan, the Pursuit Project. The first book that I read this year and the first book that I fell in love with is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Macchiato. I loved this book so much. It actually introduced me to historical fiction. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. So I'm really glad that I liked it. It's about a girl named Audrey Rose. She wanted to be a surgeon in the 1800s, late 1800s. And there's a bunch of murders happening around the city. She and her mentor, which is her uncle, are trying to look into these murders to see what's been happening and what's going on. And he brings in one of his students, Thomas Cresswell, to help figure out the murders. It's intriguing. There's plot twists. She's so beyond her time for wanting to be a surgeon. Her dad wants to marry her off, but she's like, no, I'm not having that. And she's just wants to be a surgeon, and she doesn't want to soy doils or drink tea with little old ladies. Like, she wants to do what she loves, which is fabulous. Like, of course she should do that. And lots of people back then, women couldn't, so she did, and it's beautiful. It keeps you on your feet, and you were not expecting the ending at all. So excited for the third one to come out in September, next month, in a few weeks. Okay, this has to be one of my favorite books of all time. This is the third book I read this year. I was not expecting to like it that much because I did not like the character. And it's a novella based off of this character, and I was like, I have to read it to read the Kingdom of Ash, probably, like, to get information, so I have to read it. Got it, and I completely fell in love with it. It regained my love for Kale. I feel like it did the same with a lot of other people of this community. And so that would be A Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. Holy shit, it was amazing. I want to reread it so bad, but I have so many other books to read. I'm reading this right now. Like, this is so big. I don't have time to read this right now. Oh my god, but it was so good. I fell in love with Irene, and Kale won my heart again. I cried so hard at some points. There was so many characters that I fell in love with. I forget their name because I read this in January and it's August. But, like, I loved this book so much. I can't express it enough. I've loved every single one of Sarah J. Maas's books. And a lot of people didn't even like Court of Frost and Roses, but I like that one, the Court of Frost and Roses. Court of Frost and Starlight. But I even love that one. But this has to be my favorite book by her. I was not expecting it at all. I thought it would be so boring and so uninteresting because I don't like Kale, but oh my god, I love him so much now. He regained my love. He regained my trust. He regained my faith. Oh my god, it's everything I've ever wanted. It was beautiful. My next favorite book that I read this year, that was my favorite, I read in June. I'm completely and utterly in love with this book. I love Stephanie Garber so much. She was the nicest person I've ever met. This book, okay, let me tell you the book first. It was Legendary by Stephanie Garber, of course. And I got it signed as well. Oops. Because I met her, she came to DC. I could not love this book more. I was not expecting the ending. And I'm still recovering from the ending, you know? Sorry, I'm on my period. I love this book so much. And it's beautiful and it's enchanting and it's twisted and I love it, and there's so much magic and music, and I know no one likes Jax, but I love Jax so much, and I love Dante and Della and Julian and Scarlett, and I just love them all, and I love Carval, and oh my god, I could not be more in love with the book if I tried. Unless it was A Court of Mist and Fury. That book will probably be my top, but this is pretty close to it. I read A Court of Mist and Fury 13 times, so once I have time to reread this and fall back in love with it again. But I'm still recovering right now, so I can't reread it right now. Another book I read this year that I fell in love with is Like River Glorious by Ray Carson. The first one was amazing, but this one was better, I feel, because it had so much more action in it, and I mean, if I say something, it's gonna spoil it. That's the thing, this is the second book in the series. It was beautiful. It's historical fiction / fantasy, I guess, because there's some magic involved. This girl, Lee, travels across country from Georgia to California with her best friend Jefferson in search of gold in the first book. They find a company and hitch on, and they end up making a lot of close friends that even become family. They settle down and make a town called Glory for everyone to come and just stay, and they make a tavern of the worst food in California, and it's so funny, and you love every character except for, I don't want to say the names because it's gonna spoil. It was so good. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. All these books I've given 5 stars, obviously. In my opinion, this was the best one out of the trilogy. The last one was kind of, wasn't needed, but it was still amazing. The first one was perfect, but there was no action in it, you know? I mean, there was action, but there wasn't as much as in this one. And I just loved it. I think I read this in a day, if I'm being honest. I think I've actually read all of these in a day. That shows that I love them very, very much. I highly recommend this series if you're into magic and not a lot of romance, but some romance and friendships and like traveling and new adventures and just something different. It's very unique. By the way, I'm not doing these books in orders. I'm just picking them up as they are in front of me. The 4th book that I picked out this month that I loved so very dearly was Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. Oh my god, it was amazing. I mean, not the ending, I cried my heart out. I need a 3rd one right now. The first one was just as amazing, but I gave the first one 4 stars, but then I gave this one 5 stars. I don't know why I like this one more. I know a lot of people did not like this one as much as the first one, but I loved it a lot. This is about a girl named Kate Harker and a guy named August Flynn. August is a monster in Verity, and Kate ran away to prosperity after the stuff that happened in the first book, to run away from the monsters of her past. Then a new monster comes around called the Soul Eater, the Mischief Maker, some kind of monster. Kate hears about him. She actually meets the monster and is put underneath this spell or something, and so she goes back to Verity to warn August about the monster. Obviously, his family does not trust her because she is human, not a monster like them. And yeah, it's really good. It's really, really, really good. I could not, oh my god, it was fabulous. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. Obviously, beautiful. I need a 3rd one. I really hope that Victoria makes a 3rd one because she said she didn't, but she also said she wasn't making a second book for Vicious, so that goes into my last and final favorite book of this month. There was lots of others, obviously, that I loved, but I had to choose this one. I finished it recently, actually. I read it in one sitting, and it's Vicious by V.E. Schwab. To Victoria, okay? This is about two guys named Eli and Victor who were roommates in college. They did an experiment on themselves to become extraordinaries. Extraordinaries are people who have powers after they've almost died and had a near-death experience. So they create a near-death experience to become extraordinaries. Stuff happens between the two, and they never cross their paths again. And then Victor goes after Eli to get revenge. It's dark, it's amazing, it's perfect, it's beautiful, and it's twisted, and I love it. I highly suggest it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I cannot wait till Vengeful. I hope I can go to her book tour because she's coming to Alexandria, Virginia, and that's 40 minutes away from me, so thank you. My brother brought me fries. But anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have read some of these books and liked them as much as I did. Have a good day, you lovely people, and I'll see you later.